What up, ladies and gents? Romie Reviews here. Please like, comment, subscribe. This is my review for the haves and the have-nots. What is this? Season 7, episode 7. Room 3. So the episode starts off really with Justin. Justin goes and calls Jeffrey, even though he was instructed not to call Jeffrey because Justin is an idiot. So, but before he calls Jeffrey, after being beaten up, Jeffrey's talking to David, his father, because Jeffrey's trying to figure out, where are you going, Dad? And David said, I'm going for a drive. Jeffrey's looking at him like, you're going for a what? You're going for a who? A where? Why? Why would you do that? Sidebar, I just put up a new video on my Romie, ASMR, Romie Whispers ASMR channel. So link below, show some love there. It's a roleplay video. Actually, I'm sorry. It's an album review, but in whisper of Miss Ariana Grande's new album, Thank You Next. Now, let's jump back into this review, this recap of this foolishness. I'm looking at David like, you're going to drive? Forget the car being blown up, because that's what Jeffrey was concerned about, the car blowing up. And David said, it's fine. Your mother's being watched by the feds. It's fine. I'm thinking, what about your back? What about that? Has anyone brought that to your attention? Like, that's going to hurt? What happens if you get a short stop and, you make contact with the seat? It's just, ugh. But apparently he's on a lot of painkillers. So it's clearly doing its job. And he had that, because for some cars, you can buy, well, any car you really can't, but especially with luxury cars, there's an extra security system where if someone even touches your car, it'll go off. And so that's what David bought for his car and also for Jeffrey's car. And that's just to make sure that, hey, if anyone even tries to tamper with the car, they are good. And so then David, the phone rang at one point, and like I said, Justin called Jeffrey, and Jeffrey was trying to pretend like, oh no, it's nothing. David picked up the phone and said, didn't my people tell you? Weren't you instructed not to call back? Yes. So what are you not going to do? Contact him? Are you sure? Yes. Do you need another reminder? No. Okay then. So now, who is this? I'm thinking, that's not going to be the end of it. That is not going to be the end of it. We know that Jeffrey is an idiot. So then, guess who calls back Justin? Jeffrey. And then they have this conversation, and Justin says how beat up he is, how hurt he is. I was like, why would you do this to me, Jeffrey? Why would you do this to me? Jeffrey's thinking, I didn't do anything to you. You were the one acting up. So then my father had to go and do something about it. I'm sorry you got beat up. First off, I'm sorry you got beat up. I would have said, now, I did warn you now, didn't I? Didn't I? Yes. So that was your final warning. Are we good? Are we clear? Okay. But that's not how it went. Sidebar, that blood, I'm thinking, they could have made that darker. They could have done that a little bit differently. But it's alright. We won't criticize too hard. Call the ambulance. No, come over. Take you to the hospital. What the guy look like? Nope. I'll call an ambulance to your apartment. You send me the address. I'll call an ambulance for you. Okay. I'm thinking, yeah, okay. So then we see Catherine. Catherine is in her glory. She has Rocky on one side and Broderick on the other. And Broderick goes into the bathroom to go and call Candace. He sends her a text message with pictures of Veronica in an old natural moment. And so then he's talking to, Candace is talking to Broderick and saying she needs more. And he's just like, you know what, this isn't that bad. She's nice, she's rich, and she looks good. I'm thinking, I'm not mad at you. Do what you need to do. Catherine is going to leave. She's going to leave, and she, oh my gosh. Before she left, she wanted both of them to kiss her. I said, not at the same time. No, one after the other. I'm thinking, you little trollop. I am not mad at you. I'm concerned, but I am not mad. But it's clear she has a closer bond with Broderick, and Broderick's even saying, "No, I like you." She was like, "No, I'm lording this over your head." It's like, I like what we're doing. She's like, "Really? Maybe there's hope for you yet." So as soon as she leaves, Rocky goes, hits Broderick with a pillow. It's like, I hate you. I can't stand her. The fact that it's just like touching my mother that way. Oh. Ugh. I'm like, you were still able to get it up now, weren't you? And so he said, never again. I'm thinking, that's what you think. Broderick was like, what? I like it. I'm thinking, you thought pocket. Oh, you are sprung. You are sprung. You don't even know it. You think you're playing both sides, but you're the one that's going to get played, Broderick. So now Hannah comes into the room, and now that Candace has some intel, she wants to go and tell Hannah, Hannah, here's how this works. Your good old friend, Catherine, Miss Harrington. First off, how could you work for them for this long? I mean, ugh. Must have been torture. It's just like, little girl, stop it. Fine. What I won't stop is your ex-employer. I have nudes of her, and I will lord it over her head. Now, at first Hannah didn't believe it. I'm thinking, Hannah, how do you not believe Candace at this point? So then Candace goes and flat out shows it to her, and she's like, oh, I don't want to see that. I said, oh, so you believe her now, don't you? And so it's like, when will your evil reign end? When I get my money. She says that never. She probably did say never. But the main issue is that everyone keeps telling Candace that you really just, you were always trouble, but you're on a whole another level. And Jim is going to come home soon, but before all of that, they need to have a conversation. And Hannah is over it. Hannah is over her daughter acting this way. And Hannah says, you know what? You've been worse ever since your son died. I'm thinking, yeah, of course. Look at him. And this is where we see, because at first Candace was saying she doesn't have a heart. She doesn't care about anyone. She doesn't care about her brother. She doesn't care about her son who's now dead. And Hannah showed her baby's face. And guess who couldn't look at it, because she does feel guilty. She does blame herself because she has been continuously trying to blame Hannah, but it's not working because it's not the truth. It is not the truth. You know what is the truth? The truth is that she goes and takes out her phone, takes out her headphones, starts listening to music to try and drown out Hannah, because that's what guilt will do. Guilt will age you. It'll make you act erratic. It will go and make you feel depressed. And then you'll want to go and replace that feeling with something else. And that's at this point what good old Candace is trying to do. Now back at the jail, Wyatt is there and he's talking to George. Wyatt originally agreed to go and take down his parents. Now he doesn't want to do that. He just wants to be released and he wants his drugs. So then he's trying to make a deal with George, saying, give me some drugs and I will go and do whatever you need me to do. I'm thinking, what type of deal is that? So then George is like, call the doctor. I'm thinking he's probably going to try and get him some pills or something. Anywho, Jeffrey calls and he calls 911. He gave them the information. And then he called them back, and he was like, actually, someone had already called. And he was like, who? The person at the place, Justin, whatever. It's like, really? Oh, what hospital is he? Where is he? I can't give you that information. Oh, okay. And we know how Jeffrey is, because that's why I'm shaking my head. I am so tired of him. Sidebar today. was unveiling of so many Samsung products. I will be doing a separate video as I do each and every year. Absolutely. Yes, I will. Yes, I will. Anywho, what's the man's name? Matt Madison. He's there at work. His coworker is jealous of him because he's trying to figure out how are you getting this much pull to go and work offsite and do this and do that. And Madison was like, well, I know some peoples that know some peoples. Okay, well, they may go and give you special permission, but I won't. You go and handle, the annoying patient in there. Come on, man. Come on, man. You have it sweet from where I look, from, what I'm seeing. He goes in there and he sees Justin. And of course he was instantly pissed and he wanted to get out of there as soon as possible. And he just had that look of, oh, so what happened to you? Jeffrey what? He had me beat up. He did this to me. I was like, what? Yeah, he did this to me. And even though Justin knows that's not the case, but he needs to set this narrative. He's trying to break them up. So he did this to me, and if you get too close to him, he'll do this to you too. I'm thinking, Madison isn't stupid. He's not going to fall for this okie doke. No, he won't. No, he won't. But you know who's stupid? Jeffrey. Freaking Jeffrey. So Madison, he talks to his coworker again. He's pissed. He's pissed because he's like, that's the guy that beat me up. That's the guy that hit me over the head in the parking lot. What? Yeah, but we don't know who did it. I know who did it. Of course there isn't proof because he made sure to not have the cameras watch it. See it. And he's like, I cannot deal with that guy. I cannot deal with that guy. As soon as he says that, guess who comes along? Yeah, you guessed it, Jeffrey. Jeffrey is there. Not only is Jeffrey there, he wants to see his boo. And Madison is pissed. He's like, don't go in there. Don't enable that. What are you doing? He's like, don't worry about it. It's none of your business. Madison at that point had to let it go. You know what? I'm going to get, someone else to go and help your father out. I can't do this anymore. Don't call me. Don't text me. And there goes Jeffrey. Okay. Gets on my nerves. So now Jeffrey's talking to Justin, and Justin wants some pity. Justin wants some pity. I don't pity him, because I don't care. He can go and take 2 slugs to the dome. I don't care. Trifling. And their conversation is so annoying. You can't keep doing this stuff to me, Justin. It's like, oh, I know. Well, it's because I love you so much. I'm just borderline barfing in my mouth at all this because of how toxic this relationship is. And not only that, Justin wants so much pity. He's like, Jeffrey, come back to my place. I want you to at least see it. I need some help. And he's like, I love you. Jeffrey, okay, I love you too. I'm thinking, This episode was just full of annoying things. Now we get to Benny and Mitch. They're in the car talking. They're calling people. They're calling Candace. They're trying to call to figure out where is the new Crier residence because they don't know where the new house is, which makes sense that they don't know where the new house is. So they're trying to figure that out. No one's picking up. At one point, Benny tells Mitch, why don't you go and ask your family? The same family that originally loaned you the money and then was trying to kill you because they wanted their interest and also they don't like black people? So after Mitch looked at him like he was crazy, he did anyway because he's also a dummy. I'm just tired of all of this and all of them. I'm tired of all of this and all of them. Veronica shows up to her house and the detectives were out there and she does her usual back and forth banter. It didn't last long because she sees her ex-husband pull up. And so then she did look good. They went inside and she was spooked because she was like, oh, so why are you here? Well, I just wanted to say what you did with that whole Erica situation was foul. And she was like, yeah, well, you hitting me was foul. And he was like, yeah, you're right. Because at first she was talking about her rug. She was like, yeah, there's a little bit of blood from when you hit me. I didn't change it because I wanted to keep it as a memory. I was like, okay. Uh, and long story very short, he says that he's sorry for what he did. He's sorry for making her feel like she had to go and move the way that she moved because of his actions. I said, huh? Oh, he's playing her. He's playing her. And she's falling for it. I wasn't expecting that. He realizes how much he loved her. He was wrong to try and replace her. When I tell you, she was shook. She was not expecting that. She told him to get out, get out, get out. Because she couldn't handle it. How can she handle it? That's exactly what she wanted. That's exactly what she wanted to hear. And he's giving that to her? So now she's so alone. Yeah, that's the thing. She's so alone and she's so sad that this man that she did love saying that to her was enough to shake her to her core. So now Jim comes back to his house, and it was bad because Jim was calling Hannah a B. He was calling Candace a B because Candace was like, I got your money. And it was slick how I got it too. And I'm not giving it back. I'm here because you're after my brother. I just need to tell you to stop that or else things could get very tricky. He was like, oh, try it, B. Try it, B. And it was like, you raised this whore of a daughter. And I mean, you're a B too. You went, you ate our food, you worked for us, and this is how you thank us. And Hannah had to tell him, hey, let's be very clear. I will clock you. You will not threaten my children. I may not like this one over here, but you go and call us bees and this one more time, and it's a problem. And he said, oh, you're nothing. I could do anything to you. I said, oh, do anything? Hannah went, boom! Candace jumped on top of his back, and they started wailing. When I tell you, I said, this is what we wanted. This is what we were waiting for the entire episode. At the last moments, they gave it to us. I was so happy. I was so proud. So that's it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week, because that's when the mess really begins.